Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find in that video description below, including ways to support this channel, like clicking that red subscribe button, getting us to 7,500 as soon as possible. We are like 480, yes, exactly 480 away from that goal. I take it back. We are 380 away. I'm not good at math, but it's all right. That's not what we're here for. We're not here for a math lesson, but so close. If you guys could click that red button, like, share, comment, all that stuff helps out a great deal. Check out the other videos, the shorts, all of that stuff. I really appreciate every single one of you, so thank you. Once we hit that goal, then we're going to push on to the next milestone, which is definitely going to take longer, but I didn't even think we'd make this one in a year, so I might be shocked at how quickly we can hit that next milestone. Other ways to support us, my merch store, my books, everything in the video description below at that Linktree link. Check that out, and that helps out a great deal as well. But really, it's totally free. Just click that red button, and that's huge. So today we're going to take a look at the latest from Fused by Defiance. We first looked at them a couple months ago. Really cool indie band. Love what they're doing so far. And we're going to take a look at this latest, which is called Revolt Rebel. And there's some story behind this, and it reflects back to the result of Bacon's rebellion in 1676, time in which this power play was born. Song describes how people in power use hatred as a weapon to manipulate, distract, and divide communities without power. Oppressors use differences of the oppressed, like the differences between you and me, as a distraction, and then play on their insecurities so that they can turn on each other. We see it today. They saw it back in the 1670s. It's a common tactic for those in power. So this song, Revolt Rebel, talks about that. We're going to take a look at it, pause if necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. If you're in the live stream, I see a couple of you have joined. Say hi. I love talking to you. And before I forget, I'm going to post some links and more announcements, but we're getting ready soon to fire up my wife's YouTube channel, which I believe is going to be called Ravenwing Creations. I'll have a link in our featured channel soon, and I'll start talking about it more. But as soon as that is live, or you can find a link to it on my channel, please do go over there and subscribe. We're going to be working on, she's a jewelry designer and artist, so we're thinking videos about how to make things, how to create, and artistic endeavors. So we're going to get started on that very soon, and I would appreciate as many of you as possible going over and subscribing to that. I'll get links up again in the featured channels and on the community posts very soon. Now that I've said all that, if you're in the live stream, say hi. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But this is Revolt Rebel from Fused by Defiance. Cheers. Very 80s vibe. Revolt, rebel, not rebel. What matters?
Boys are for cocks and girls are for clits. Same thing as 1676. I regret to inform you, you've been duped by the same tactics they use on the news. Feed them the bacon. Their knees are shaking. Hate is a weapon. Hate is a weapon. I'm more than bread if they have the bits. Same thing as 1670.
So far, a good start, and they do that. It's so true. So very true. They use hate as a weapon. It's either rich people telling middle class people that poor people are the problem, rich people telling people that other rich people are the problem. There's always this constant division being driven through our society by those in power, because it keeps us paying attention to each other in that fight and not to what they're doing. And it is not a single side that does it. It's not a single group that does it. It is an overall people in power maintain their power by dividing those people below them. That is just how they do it. And it's so common today. You see it every day, especially if you're on social media.
Daddies are shaking. Hate is a weapon. Hate is a weapon. I'm more than bread if they have to fit. Same thing as 1676. Open your eyes, can't you see what they do? They don't give one single fuck about you. They feed your insecurity so you can feel safe. Feeds emotional rubber. Give a man a illusion of ego and power, and he'll turn on his own brother. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. Show them a fucking hell.
Slipknot vibe there. Very much I'm getting, a Slipknot vibe originally, and we talked about a Seven Dust feel from their original song. There's definitely some punk in there. There's some Rage back when Rage was good and cool. There's a lot of different elements in Fused by Defiance, which I like. They're blending different sounds and different styles into something a little unique and reminiscent of those things that they came from, the foundation that they're building off of, which I like a lot. The song, there's so much truth in this, and I'm glad to see it. I wish more artists with bigger platforms had the courage to step out and do this kind of thing. It takes these indies who have nothing to lose, who don't have a record label to answer to, who do not have to worry about, losing money or losing a contract or any of that. They don't have to worry about that. So they can do really whatever they want. And they're the ones that are brave enough to step up and say this stuff. But unfortunately, they just don't have the platform that some of the bigger artists do. And it's a shame, because they're speaking so much truth, and they're being overshadowed and drowned out by the Taylor Swifts and I can't even think of another popular artist that's just huge right now. They're being drowned out by those artists who really don't have a whole lot to say. So it's unfortunate that where they're at, but I'm glad that they're doing it. I agree with that.
Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. Show them a fucking hell.
I'm not sure what song this section here is reminding me of a Slipknot song, and I can't. That dun 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 dun. I can't remember what song that's making me think of. But it's got that feel to it, and very cool. I love this sound. I love the power and the passion that they're putting into this. Sounds so good. Very nice. Views by Defiance is like I can see a future for them. Still a small channel, still a very small indie band, doing all this work themselves, which is really cool. Um, and I think they still are. I don't think they're signed to anybody. If they are, they're definitely signed to a very small indie label. But yeah, these are the kinds of bands I love finding and discovering. I found these guys by accident a couple months ago, so it was really cool. Be sure to go check out their channel if you like this. I linked it in the video description. And also be sure to subscribe here, subscribe there. Get us to 7,500 as soon as possible. If we get there by the end of the year, that'd be fantastic. Lots of new stuff coming. Like I said, my wife's channel is going to be starting up soon. I'm going to get some links up for you guys hopefully tonight. I got a new board game coming. Chickens of Bengar is on the way. We are in the final stages of getting everything together with the final product, the play testing and everything. Hopefully we will have something that you can have in your hand within the next couple of months. The goal is to have it done before our first convention next year in February. So that is what I'm shooting for. Hopefully I will have it for you, and of course I will share everything, links and how to get it and how to play it. I'll do a video and all of that stuff. And everybody else who was here, thank you all so much. I really appreciate you, and I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love.